Some people will laugh at the tiny damage numbers, but this weapon has the highest DPS out there. Luckily for you, the dual blaze is insanely easy to learn, and I will help you understand how simple it is. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that I know I'm not wasting my time making these videos. If there's any pro players watching this video, go ahead and drop some additional tips that I might have missed. Also, like my other weapon tutorials, I've added Xbox, PlayStation and PC controls for you to follow. The mechanics for this weapon is incredibly easy and it literally relies on a single button. By pressing R2 or RT, you will activate Demon Mode. With this mode active, you'll move faster, gain access to other moves, and your dodge will be replaced with a dash. If you dash on time with a monster's attack, you'll perform the perfect evade, and you get this cool blue effect on your character. This means you have Demon Boost Mode activated, which boosts your overall damage and allows you to attack while dodging when you have Demon Mode or Archdemon Mode on. Demon Boost Mode will disappear after time has passed. Demon Mode gives a lot of good stuff, but there's one bad thing. Your stamina will be drained as long as you have Demon Mode activated. You can deactivate this mode either by pressing R2 or RT again when your stamina drops to 0, or when the monster has had enough of that. The purpose of Demon Mode is to fill up this bar, which is known as the Demon Gauge. Landed attacks while Demon Mode is on will fill up the gauge so that the Archdemon Mode can be activated. With Archdemon Mode on, you can basically do some Demon Mode stuff without turning on Demon Mode, and your stamina won't be constantly drained. But doing some attacks and dashing will suck out the gauge, which will eventually turn off Archdemon Mode. So to summarize, turn on Demon Mode and land hits to build up the gauge to activate Archdemon Mode. Once Archdemon Mode is activated, you no longer need Demon Mode until the gauge runs out. It's basically a loop between the two modes. With that out of the way, let's quickly look into your attacks without Demon Mode activated. Pressing triangle or Y 3 times will do the double slash return stroke, and circle slash. Pressing circle B 2 times will do the lunging strike and round slash. Honestly, I rarely use these attacks because they feel slow when this weapon is much faster than that. These moves do not exist in my mind, but sometimes I end up doing them when I'm in Archdemon Mode. Okay, now let's look into your attacks with Demon Mode on. Pressing triangle or Y 3 times will do the Demon Fangs, 2-fold and 6-fold Demon Slash. In between each attack, you can add an additional left or right slash by adding in either left or right directional inputs and pressing triangle or Y. Good for repositioning, increasing the gauge a tiny bit more, and adding an additional attack. Pressing circle or B 3 times will do the Demon Flurry Rush, round slash, and double round slash. If you add a directional input when doing the Demon Flurry Rush, you will also move in the direction. I use this quite a bit to close my distance between a monster, or it can be good to reposition yourself to hit specific parts of a monster. It can even help to avoid an attack. You can alternate between your triangle or Y or circle or B attacks to make up your own combo. Just know that if you press triangle or Y after a Demon Flurry Rush, you will do the Rising Slash, which is nothing really special, other than the fact that it adds on top of your string of attacks. You can even do an infinite combo if you alternate between triangle or Y and circle or B attacks. I wouldn't do this combo though because it's kinda slow and the attacks don't feel fluid. Pressing triangle and circle or Y and B 3 times will do the Blade Dance combo. This combo is quite strong and it consumes your Demon Gauge. To make this attack stronger, if you do the first Blade Dance attack and then spam R2 or RT 4 more times, you will alternate between Demon Flurry and Blade Dance attacks. Every time you alternate, you turn on and off Demon Mode. So if you want to turn off Demon Mode, you can do it this way when you land a Demon Flurry. You can also move in between each attack, which is great to stick close to the monster if you are somehow dumb enough to do the attack far away from the monster. Since the Blade Dance consumes the energy in the Demon Gauge, you might not be able to do the full combo, depending on how much energy you have in the gauge. Like in this example, I can't do the full combo because my Demon Gauge barely has any energy in it. By now you should have the Demon Gauge maxed out, so you can turn it off. Now we can look at your Archdemon Mode attacks. As I said before, you can do a few Demon Mode attacks. Pressing circle or B 2 times will allow you to do the Demon Flurry Rush and Round Slash. Unlike Demon Mode, you can only do the circle or B attacks twice. before you awkwardly stand there waiting for the third attack. If you press triangle and circle or Y and B 2 times, you will do the Demon Flurry combo. Just like the Blade Dance attack, you can press R2 or RT after the Demon Flurry 1 attack, and you alternate with the Blade Dance attacks while turning on or off Demon mode. But unlike the Blade Dance, you can only spam R2 or RT 3 times. There's not really a lot of attacks with the dual blades, but with Archdemon or Demon mode activated, you can now perform dashes instead of doing your regular dodge. This does only consume your stamina if you're in Demon mode, but if you're in Archdemon mode, it will consume both your stamina and demon gauge, so keep your eyes open. Otherwise, good luck trying to run away from a monster with no stamina. There is something special you can do with the dash, whether you're on demon or archdemon mode. If you dash off an edge, you can do the mid-air spinning blade dance. If this attack connects, you do the heavenly blade dance and finisher, perfect for big long monsters to become Levi Ackerman. You can also do this move if you're on a slope and you press triangle Y when your weapon is sheathed to do the sliding slash, and press triangle Y again to start doing the spin. Otherwise, if your weapon is unsheathed, press circle or B to start sliding, and press triangle or Y to do the attack. Normally, when it comes to other weapons, if you nail an aerial attack enough times or deal enough damage, you mount on the monster. The heavenly blade dance and finisher is technically an aerial attack, but it does not allow you to mount the monster. If you want to mount a monster using this weapon, doing the dismount attack from your mount, or jumping off a ledge and pressing triangle or Y without demon or archdemon mode on can let you possibly mount the monster. But if you have either demon mode activated, you can just sheath the weapon and jump off a ledge and press triangle or Y to let you possibly mount the monster. There has been a little addition to the focus strike ever since an update I don't remember when. You can either just let the focus strike do its thing and you basically do the same mid-air spin attack I showed before, or you can press triangle or Y for R1 or RB and you will do the turning tide drill. As you can see, this move targets where the wound is, which is great for destroying specific body parts, and if there's other wounds, you can save them from being destroyed. That way, you can do more focus strikes rather than destroying them all in one go from doing the other focus strike. Both focus strikes are really good for building up the gauge. One more attack to know, which is very useful, is the Screw Slicer. You can only do this move with the Demon Boost mode on. After you perform an evade, pressing triangle or Y will do this move. It's really good to reposition yourself while damaging the monster. You can even do an infinite combo of just dodging and doing the Screw Slicer. Not really a strong combo, but it's just fun to do. Alright, it's combo time. What combos or attacks can we do using this weapon in battle? Firstly, with both Demon Boost and either Demon or Archdemon mode on, after performing a dodge, you can do the Screw Slicer and Demon Flurry Rush to close a good bit of distance. It can also be used to reposition if you need to. Honestly, mashing circle or B while on Demon mode is really good for building up the gauge on top of repositioning yourself. Obviously, if the monster is about to hit a home run on your dead ass, you can just perform a dash in between your attacks to save your life and possibly activate Demon Boost mode. If you like, you can just spam an evade and Demon Flurry Rush to do an infinite combo, but your stamina will disappear. Spamming the triangle Y combo is another viable option for quickly getting energy for the demon gauge. When it comes to the Blade Dance combo, I always spam the R2 or RT inputs because they always deal better damage than just doing the Blade Dance combo. Always remember you can move yourself in between each R2 or RT input to help with repositioning yourself, or you can dodge in between your combo to avoid taking a hit. Also be careful with doing the full combo because the animations can be kinda long, so it's best to do this when the monster is struggling to get back up. Doing a full Blade Dance combo will consume half of the demon gauge, so make sure that gauge is topped up. When it comes to using the dual blades, just forget that the normal mode even exists. Always go into demon mode and watch your stamina bar. I guess it also goes without saying, but make sure your focus mode is on when using this weapon. This weapon is also really good for inflicting elemental damage or status effects because of the amount of hits the dual blades can do. As for skills I would recommend to have, Constitution is really good for dashing. If this skill is maxed out, you'll basically get 3 more dodges compared to having no Constitution. Evade Extender is good for extending your dash distance, And if you have a skill issue with dodging monsters' attacks, then evade window can help with increasing your dodge window, allowing you to get those perfect evades more easily. Speaking about dodging, Adrenaline Rush is a perfect fit for this weapon because it can increase your damage even more when you nail those perfect evades. Burst is quite good as well since the amount of attacks you can do is quite high and you can easily trigger the effects of this skill. Stamina Surge is kinda a must because if you want your stamina regen to be faster, then this is a good choice. Otherwise, you can rely on Dash Juice or Energy Drink to help with the stamina problem. If you like this video, I've made other weapon guides as well, so be sure to check them out and give them some love. The rest of the other weapon tutorials will be coming, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and I shall see you later.